Mirror Palais brought a touch of aristocratic romance to New York Fashion Week with the unveiling of their latest collection, Collection V, The Return of Glamour. Nestled amidst the lush greenery of Central Park sits the American-Irish Historical Society. The pre-war townhouse, filled with wooden wainscoted walls and antique beams, vintage paintings and chandeliers, serving as an idyllic stage for the unveiling. 1 year after making his New York Fashion Week debut, Marcello Gaia, the designer behind the ready-to-wear brand, had one goal in mind this season: to make fantasy wearable. The collection masterfully blended the opulence of Edwardian high society with a gentle sophistication reminiscent of 90s Vivienne Westwood. The entire collection drew inspiration from the ethos of that decade, while embracing the stylistic essence reminiscent of the Dior New Look, paying a reverent tribute with a nod to vintage silhouettes, while infusing it with a modern reinvention of feminine elegance. As for his inspiration, definitely the late 18th century. There's a little bit of Marie Antoinette, then a little bit of 1950s Audrey Hepburn, and the 1990s supermodels, eras when women were in their most flowering and their fun, Gaia revealed. I actually designed some of the dresses that I showed today when I was visiting the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I love history. I love studying the 18th and early 19th century. In my work, I really love to pay homage to those eras. I just think that there was such a different way of thinking when it came to constructing garments for people. There was more thought and care, and that's what I aspire to do here. The designer says he also drew inspiration from Audrey Hepburn's starring role in Sabrina, as well as his mother, with those influences most present in the collection's satin-wrapped, wide-brimmed hats and structural crisp A-line sundresses. Whether leaning into ladylike sensibility with a fluid polka dot gown, or going full femme fatale with sheer ruffled frocks, the brand presented garments that were as flirtatious as they were glamorous. Looks spanned from flounced taffeta skirts with little tops to a strong assortment of corsetry, a cream peplum blazer with little shorts, a polka-dotted strapless scallop top with 50s capris topped with a lace beret or lace-up numbers, as well as pretty white day dresses, mushroom-like knife-pleated dresses, and 90s bodycon bandage styles. Nipped waist shirts were paired with delicate baby shorts, and flowy lady-length cotton dresses were styled with chic straw hats, masterfully bridging the chasm between modern femininity and the echoes of historical opulence. The decade-spanning pieces include a dress doting the classic Audrey boatneck with a 20s-inspired drop waist, a sheer polka-dot flocked tulle gown with a detachable bustle, 50s-inspired one-shoulder crinkle chiffon gown with an attached scarf, a little black party dress channeling Audrey with a godet hip, Edwardian lace and pintuck mini, a lace detail cotton mini dress, figure-flattering two-piece sets, as well as plenty of the tiered, ruffled mesh gowns with which the brand has become synonymous, to black femme fatale numbers, one with boning and underwire cups, another a new-line knit mini, all adding a type of femininity from a bygone era. Feathers, bustles, and boning, towering hats, petticoats, satin neckties, exquisite corsetry, and exaggerated feminine silhouettes breathed new life into 18th century French Rococo fashion, adding a contemporary twist to the timeless elegance. The ensembles present a mature vintage elegance, emphasizing that bows and frills can be sexy too. Mirror Palais' signature palette of muted nudes and creams transformed the presentation into a ballet of fashion. Gaia's remarkable talent for draping and sculpting even the most delicate fabrics shone through. The arsenal of fabrics include frothy tulle, luxurious satin, mesh and chiffon, alongside lace and velvet chokers. Cindy Kimberly closed the show, solidifying a romantic tone, wearing a magnificent white strapless draped bustle gown, complete with 2 side bustles, which gave way to a flowing train. The jewelry was provided by Simon G. The shoes from the presentation were lent by the Millennial Decorators' thoughtfully curated assemblage of vintage heels. The infusion not only added a touch of vintage femininity, but also intensified the collection's evocative 90s nostalgia, seamlessly uniting all elements into a cohesive and captivating whole.